Yup. Okay. It is February 6th, 2024. 6 p.m. Gonna do my studies. Man, that hopefully in the future, I really want something consistent and something I can like a schedule, like where I can come to this time, come to like the computer, and this is my time to work. This is my workstation, and I just whatever I need to do. If it's just 30 minutes of just jujitsu, and I just whatever happens happens, and I'm just recording and streaming it, whatever. Um, Same thing. I mean, with nursing, that's just something I'm doing. 30 minutes of it, 20 minutes of it, 10 minutes of it, whatever, and just see what I can learn, see what I can pick up. One, because like it's what I'm doing right now. It's what I'm doing right now. Um, I'm leaning, trying to give myself more leverage, especially if I'm going to be doing nursing. This is the career I chose. Um, and yeah, I mean, just that's the type of, that's the kind of like person I want to be. Just like wanting to the things I get into, even if like with jujitsu, I know I suck. I know I'm like maybe I don't suck, or maybe I'm like oh okay. But like there, I can see like my barriers, my boundaries. I see like my limitations, and I have fun doing it. So it's cool to just um yeah, it's cool to just trying to like get deeper into it and actually understand it, and hopefully I learn something in the way, or just kind of like I don't know. Same thing with nursing. I mean, shoot, that's where my revenue's coming from. That's where my income's coming from. It's smart. I feel in general, it's smart to kind of like lean on. If you're, I'm spending most of my time at work. Out of my I do 12 hours 3 times a week. I want to like go to work and let just be easy, just easy. I don't want to be stressed out. Like when I go to work, I don't know what to do, blah blah blah, and like it's not worth it. You know, time is Time is too precious. It's the most valuable thing we have. Even if I don't really like me going into nursing wasn't something like, oh my God, like this is what I want to do. Like this is what this is it. Like I needed something to like stability, something safe, something that like would like I know how to get like to this like seeking higher ground. I know how to get up there. Or like, okay, this is a good path. And some people might look at that as like, I don't know, not a good look because of like you need to have like you need to like the things you get into you need to like it's like has to do like this is what you were born to do. This is like or this is what you were meant to do or whatever the case is like. And of course like it's um like oh you played it safe. Oh you like this and oh and that. You could have like you have to go all in into your dreams and all this stuff. Of course, hell yeah. But life is life, man. Real is real. Like reality, is not forgiving. Like, and it doesn't mean that like if you go into some like a career that at first you don't really like, but there are some positive things and there's a lot of it, or maybe it's just like you're just there for the money. It doesn't mean that you still cannot hold up your own like other dreams or something. I maybe like in 10 years I'd do something completely different. I've made my money. I found like my big goal is to buy a home. This is my only goal I have, my only dream. is to own my own, like own my own house, own my house, like buy a home, and then just own it. That's it. Um, and still, but it doesn't stop for anybody. That's the thing. It's like ego that gets in the way. So something new I'm trying to do. Not here to entertain anybody. Not here to, um, you know, this is mostly just for me to like being able to. It's free. That's the thing. Why not? Like, it doesn't make sense, and um, a lot of it sometimes is just our own head that kind of just weighs down and kind of like disconnects us from like life and from each other. So hopefully I can try to like, learn some stuff in this next hour, 6:30. I'm gonna go to jiu-jitsu at 7:30, come back, walk Mishka, no, roll one, smoke one, just kick back and just play Stardew Valley. Um, yeah, that's really it. I mean, and hopefully over time I can just kind of like slowly start picking at it, pick at like how I want my channel to look like, how I want this to look like, uh how can I like connect with like people. Um, this is definitely gonna like it's the stigma around video games, the stigma around all this bullshit. It's like it's it all depends on the person. We can make it look good, motherfucker. There's like a isn't there? There's a guy out there that like is like a advocate for heroin. There's a doctor out there that like is like, yo, heroin isn't that bad. What? What? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Like it doesn't make sense. Um, so yeah, it's every day just kind of like, I want to do something every day. This is where I work and kind of build a habit or whatever. Um, mm, yeah, let's go. Let me see. First one, go to drop. Let's go to and learn from Kai. He makes great videos, man. Really great videos. If anything, Kai instructionals. I'm sure he has some online, man. I was like, is that him? But narrated training. Mm, um, I did Nogi this morning too. It was pretty cool. I really just, yeah, I'm gonna get more into Nogi as well. Um, right now I kind of just want to start building this habit of just getting on the mic, talking um into the mic. Um, where it's going, just kind of like why am I doing it? The basics first, like why, like, and hopefully over time, like I get a schedule that from work and all this stuff, and I can just dedicate my time to, like, okay, I'm just doing this. This is my workstation, whatever. And of motherfucking course, dude. Of course. If I make, that's the point. That's the fucking dream. That's like anybody's dream. To get paid for what you love doing or for what you already do. Writers get paid. They literally just pick up their pen, their pencil, and then they filter out whatever. No one's telling them no. Of course they're doing what they love and it represents all this stuff and it's about like writing whatever. But you still gotta eat, bro. You still gotta eat, man. Everyone's gotta eat. So hopefully, um, shoot, definitely have like ways to get paid, whatever. I mean, anyways, man, this is all like a mental exercise too for myself that like I can get myself to just keep doing something regardless of what happens. And don't have any expectations. If I don't get paid, I don't give a fuck. I mean, like, I just go back on my, like, I get paid for, like, being a nurse. I learn from there, man. I work with amazing people. I meet a lot of, like, unique people. And the pay is good. And I'm contributing to, like, if it's a, it's very rewarding. It's a real reward because um, you are contributing to the progression of, like, of everything. I mean, you're helping people. So, shoot, why not? You know? So yeah, let's see what happens. Uh, what ha- what do I want to learn? I mean, I just been all over the place, especially with my gi. Um, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Um, 2/6/24. 2/6/24. Um, I don't know. Headquarters. I like to do knee cuts. I love doing knee cuts. I love getting like my knee close to me, protects me. Escapes. I can look at escapes. Double underpass. Hugging the De La Riva. Let's see. Let's just go into the first one.
Alright, so I do the same thing, right? You can remove it. Yes, exactly. I try to hold it, I can't hold. So I bring myself under and I do the hugging the lahila here.
I've worked um with this a couple times. It has like your grip on it is really, you get to really attach yourself on that leg. And for them to like pass, it's kind of hard because they have to deal with, they have to, this is where the, this is where, right there, you need to, for you to escape. So it's this part is everything right here. Sometimes they kind of stuff it down. Maybe get the leg drag. Can they get something here? There's no knee bar, right? I don't think there's a knee bar. Let's see.
I told you guys I have three reactions, right? One, he opens his knee to the side and he's bending the leg. The other one, he bends the leg to the other side, okay? The other one, he's extending the leg. So when I move, you're gonna bend the leg here. He bends the leg, I have to move to this side, right? So the moment that I move to this side, I still have all three reactions. So if he extends the leg, or, for example, he pulls the leg really far, yes, and I cannot reach. You see, I feel that I cannot reach, right? I now have his leg extended. So all I have to do is bend my leg the opposite way, my heel towards his heel, and my knee towards his knee, look. And then he will fall, as long as his foot doesn't touch the mat. Because if his foot touches the mat,
I've never seen that before.
then look what can happen here. If his foot is here, he'll still fall this way, but now he can fight. Come back. Now he can fight because if his foot is on the mat, then he can actually drive his knee back again. Which, if his foot is out of the mat, look, if his foot is out of the mat, he cannot drive his knee, he cannot bend his knee. So he will fall automatically.
It looks like he's below his knee. That's pretty dope. You get the guy all his weight on like one side, right? His foot's there, and then you just have his foot elevated. And then you literally are just, you're like, it kind of looks like you're kind of sweeping them off their, like taking the rug underneath their feet, because it's all straightened out, and then you just like, because this right here is like a little pivot. You're pivoting from this point, because all this is right here. The minute you swing this right there is gonna like, it's gonna have to turn, and with the momentum, right? I mean,
You understand? And then I can still hold the leg and do the same thing. Look. But what can he do here too? Let's skip to this. What he can also do is turn his leg. This is very common. The guy turns his leg. Then again, he gives you the back. Because you see, the thing with the back position here is, if he turns the leg, I want to make sure that he keeps on turning the leg because he's not facing me. If he's not facing me, I can always take his back, right? Because I have the hugging de la Riva, it's very hard for him to turn back to me again, right? Especially if I'm on my side here. Look, his foot is not even on the floor. It's very hard for him to turn. Now, take a look at this here. If I want to place my hook very deep on the de la Riva, I can't, because his knee is facing this way. But if he was like this, look, even more, yes. Now my hook starts going there, look at this. Because he's turning his leg, you understand? Now, if he's, no, turn all the way here, yes. If he's extending and turning, look at this here. If I want to place my hook very deep on the de la Riva, I can't, because his knee is facing this way. But if he was like this, look, even more, yes. Now my hook starts going there, look at this. Because he's turning his leg, you understand? Now, if he, no, turn all the way here, yes. If he's extending and turning, my hook barely goes. You see, it goes, but it barely goes. It's not tight. Now, the more he bends this leg, the deeper this leg goes, look.
yeah.
So, if I reach this position here, right, if I reach this position, and he turns, look at how bent his leg is. All I have to do is it's let go and place my hook really deep. But I don't have to do that, because in this position here, Since he's already in that position, I do not have to place the hook. All I have to do is hold his hips. Because if I hold his hips, I can make sure that his legs still bend. Look at this. And now I can pull it, and I'm already on his back. I can let this go and extend my leg here, look. And I'm already placing my hook in. Understand? So the moment that I'm here, look, he bends the leg. All I have to do is hold and make sure that my leg is above his leg, look. Here I cannot take his back. Because you can never let it do. That's what he's trying to do by bending his leg. Okay? You don't have to bend it fully, Jeremy, and you don't have to, yes, you don't have, exactly, you don't have to place your both hands on the mat. Yes, now you're facing me more. It's harder for me to take the back. Now I cannot place the hook. If I cannot place the hook, it's because I need to make sure that I can do it. Look, now I can. See, I could place my hook, so now I already can take his back. Now I can easily come up, hold the other side of the hips, slide myself, and attack the back here. So I get to the position again. I move him. He bends the leg. It's only one hand.
See, with Nogi, I was doing this completely different, position, but it was this like single leg, but I had like my leg was like out, had one knee down, and then like my arm was on the floor, and then I had like this, like that, and then the other guy was like had like this is like, let's say this was my knee. His like arm was like this, he had a good arm grab on it like that, and he had his arm on the floor, and he had his foot on this, and I think and just his leg kind of just out there. So we started off in that position, and the bending of this was crazy. I mean, like it feels like I had to kind of like I felt like I had to turn like away, like if he would turn away so he can like slip out this foot, maybe get your foot like more straight and then just slip it right out. You slip it right out and you go. Maybe use your foot to kind of like push off or something. But the gi's so much harder. I mean, he could just like, he might just be able to get a grip here, or I mean, if he's close enough, get a grip here, get a grip here, here. Um, for me, it was a little bit of a scary position because like you're like in that your knee is kind of just like in that weird like vulnerable spot. So it's like at that point I was just trying to like drive it in, but
If it's two hands on the mat, it's
yeah.
too easy. You already took the back. All you have to do is make sure that the knee is below here. You see? If I'm like this, the moment that I hold, look, I have to make sure that the knee is blocked by your knee. It can never be here. Here, don't take anyone's back. It has to be here. Now I sit, I grab the other side. I can skate my hips or push him with my leg, it doesn't matter. And then I can place the hook and take the back. So he's going to place one hand on the mat only, which is going to be much harder for you to do it. Okay? So exactly. Now the leg's not fully bent. So I'm going to bend his leg. Look, I'm going to hold both hands, and I'm going to make sure that I can bring my butt to his knee. Look. See how I block his hips with my knee and my butt goes there. Now look, this leg is also blocked. I can easily grab this. I already have a hook on his back.
Now to remember like these positions, like I'd be watching these videos, but like to like really register into like my freaking DNA is something else. Like I can watch it, like kind of play it out in my head, but nothing beats actually going there. And that's why I feel like maybe yeah, practice. Yeah, obviously, like practice is king. You keep going. Better if you had the phone and you're actually watching. Um, I'm sure there's people out there that really get. I'm sure there's somebody out there that when they're doing jujitsu, they might have like these videos up and they're literally rolling and going through it and like really like hitting that obsession like chemical in their head and then just like really like that's how beasts are made, man. It's like doing these tournaments, having like going against these type of people, especially when like your limbs, your knees, your wrists, your neck, that's what you're putting up.
Look, this hook here never leaves. I now hold his heel instead, and I push him, look. So I can come up and I can grab the other side of the hips. Now I have both sides. I can just
Fuck, I
slide,
forgot to put a timer.
and then I can attack the back. I usually like to go over, because if I go over and attack the choke, if he tries and turning towards me, he gets choked. If he tries turning to the other side, now I can place the hook. But if you want to just grab here and sit down, then that's fine. That's totally up to you, okay? So I go, he removes my leg, I adjust, actually we're just gonna go to this one here, this time, yes. I think you turn a little bit more, yeah, that is perfect. Alright, then I can pull and push, but he turns the leg. Look, he only has one hand on the mat, I cannot place this hook, because he's still facing me a little. This hand here is still facing me. So then I'm gonna hold hand in hand, and look how I'm gonna bring this side of my hips on the knee. Look, I have to do this here. Look how this side of the knee, the hips is on the knee. Almost like I'm bending that. I'm not really pulling the leg. Man, I cannot place this hook because it's still facing me a little. This hand here is still facing me. So then I'm gonna hold hand in hand, and look how I'm gonna bring this side of my hips on the knee. Look, I have to do this here. Look how
You kind of just slip it around.
of the knee, the hips is on facing me.
Yeah, he slipped it around.
So then I'm gonna hold hand in hand, and look how
Is this your hips are right there?
this side of my hips on the knee. Look, I have to do this.
He like
here.
slipped it.
Side of the knee, the hips. So then I'm gonna hold hand
Like right there.
in hand, and look how I'm gonna bring this side of my hips.
So yeah, I think he had a.
Look, I have to do this here. Look how.
Okay, so he slipped his knee, kind of like towards like 1 o'clock, like kind of like, and then slipped it
The
around.
hips is on the knee. Almost like I'm bending the
One more time.
hand. And look how I'm gonna bring this side of my hips on the knee. Look, I have
Yeah,
to
tucked
do
it down,
this here.
and then it
Look
goes
how
down into the
side
ground.
of the knee, the hips is on the knee. Almost like I'm
Knees on the
bending,
ground.
but I'm not really pulling the leg. Because this would not be fully legal in jiu-jitsu, you know, so I'm not really twisting this. I am just bringing it tight, and now look, I raise my hips and bring my knee towards his hips, look. Watch the motion again, look. It's almost like I'm trying to bring this knee here, look.
Yeah.
Now it's already there. I can let go, and I can hold this, and now I can hold his heel. There's no pressure on his knee.
Super
I'm not
powerful.
applying any pressure. I'm gonna pull the hips and extend my legs so I can come
Paint
up.
grips.
I'm really tight to him. I hold the
other-
other
yeah.
side of the hips, and now I can hip skate. Now I can either attack the neck, or I can go for the sit-out grip and place my hook. Whatever you guys prefer to do. Alright? Let's try.
Dope. That was cool. That was a knee twist back take from hugging. DLR. DLR. The fuck? Delahiva, something. I don't fucking know. Oh, nice. This is all like okay.
Alright. So he'll remove my leg, he's gonna extend the leg here. I'm gonna have to move myself right away and hug the heel with my elbow joint. I'm gonna hook so he doesn't leg drag me. He's bending the leg, so I'm gonna move him to my side. But this time he's bending the leg, but not to the side. Look. He's just keeping the leg a little bent. You understand? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hug his leg. Look. The moment that I hug his leg, he'll never stay in that position. He'll always bring himself down. He does never want to be up because it will be too easy for me to sweep him. Now it's not as easy for me to sweep. You understand? I'm still gonna do the same thing, which is this, right? But he usually will post the hand on the mat. Now, very important, I don't want to get full locked here. So, in the beginning, I don't want to be in this position because he can ankle lock me there really easy, right? And even if he doesn't get it, he will at least stop me from sweeping him. So what I want to
That's true. Like that pull, that pull, like this leg is like kind of not useless, but it's helping Kai for the sweep because when he when he pulls, I think there. I mean, for this sweep to like it's working. He doesn't. He obviously doesn't have any like any way to pose. Maybe this his arm, his right arm. But the big thing is that like this sweep is like so powerful. From what I'm thinking is that like because of that you're really like pulling on the like on this joint. Like it's you're not pulling on the joint, but like a lot of it for the sweep to happen is that like you're you're bringing down you're bringing down this leg, you're chomping this down. Same time you're pulling this up, right? Your elbow. So the foot can like be tucked in. Now there's like this leg pushing down. He's gonna resist. He's gonna resist. But for it to really work, you you're using your hamstrings. Hamstrings, the knee on the inside. I think the knee like kind of like on by um like kind of like the inside of the hip line is pushing down. And I feel like if you could probably tuck this in, you really like get a lot more leverage. Because I feel like in jujitsu, it's about like how much material, how much quote unquote material you can get for, or how much more leverage. Who has the most leverage? You know, who has the best like position? Who has the best in that in that window time? Like he's gonna resist. He's gonna use like his weight forward, right? Like my man's post here. He's probably gonna want to like get this hip line, like this hip line. Talk about this guy. More like maybe I would say like right there. Or maybe a little bit more to the right. But like if this hip line passes this on this line, that's a sweep. His like the center of gravity is just like not gonna like agree with my man's here. Like it's physics. It's like it's 100% like um physics. And the most leverage that like this is all like just you know uh, that's the yeah like I need to like just time but experience and stuff. But from what I'm seeing in my head is that like he's probably like for a Kai to get this most leverage, I would like with this maybe like on here, right? Fuck. Like I would tuck maybe my elbow more in when I'm going for the sweep, so his foot is like more like instead it's kind of like this, and his foot's more like here, right? If I can get his heel or his yeah, more past that line, and then this knee, this like my hamstrings, like the back of my knee, really like pushing down. It kind of feels like it kind of looks like a little bit like a muscle sweep. Getting that knee line more pointed like outward, so I can get this foot more like past the line, and then his knee pushing him forward, right? And wait, pushing him forward. Pushing it forward. And then my other, what is he doing with the other grip? Is he grabbing onto his knee pants and kind of like, because that would give him more that would give him more to work with. Maybe like push his other knee. Yeah, his knee is also pushing on like the inside of his hip, and then really like just tugging like that muscle, so you can like really like bring it down. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, let's see what happens.
What I do is I want to make sure that I can hold his pants high, look, almost by the knee. You see?
Fuck.
And I'm gonna raise my hips using my foot to raise his leg to make sure that I can tuck this leg in, look. So look how my leg is here, look how I tuck my leg in. Now he cannot ankle lock me because my leg is hidden. Now, we're gonna turn, Jeremy? Yes, turn. Yes, that's perfect. Now I'm gonna use
This
the
is probably way
to
better.
control the middle
Oh,
of the
yeah.
butt grip or the middle of the belt. The butt grip is better in train, but the belt is better doing the drilling technique so he doesn't untie.
He's gonna have to do it this side though.
Okay? I want to make sure
Can't
that
do it
I hold
back here.
both belts, not one side, otherwise his belt will untie. So I hold both sides here of the belt. I'm going to now raise the hips where he's going, look. Because remember, if I'm like this and he's not with the hand on the mat, then he will fall here. Look. So he has to make sure that he pulls the hand, and now he doesn't fall. Look. So now I'm going to push him to that same side. Look how I push him that way. And look how I'm turning in this position. It's almost like I'm turning. At this moment, I can already take this leg out and place a hook on this leg. Look. And
I thought he was going for. I thought we were doing waiter sweep.
And now I
I
can
guess
let
not.
go his pants and grab the front of this leg. Because I don't want Jeremy to run away. He's going to run away here, turn her body all the way to the other side, Jeremy. Yes, keep going. Now he's going to pass my guard. Look. So I want to hold it here. I don't want to just do this, because if I do this, he still turns, look. You know, and although I still have a good position, it's not the best. I want to make sure that I hold the front of the leg, okay? And then from there, I can start extending the leg that is up, so I can start going for the back. And then from here, it's up to you on how we're going to take the back.
It's a back take.
So I have the Lahiva position, he clears, I try grabbing, he doesn't let me. I slide, and I go inside and have the hugging the Lahiva. Now I'm going to move him to the side. If he's low, I can grab, I can pull, and I can push as I load him. His leg is not fully extended. If it's slightly bent, it's already not going to happen. Look, I cannot push him. So I'm gonna go and dive, and the moment that this happens, he placed the knee on the mat. Now look, I'm gonna raise my hips and hide my leg, look, immediately.
You can go for a footlock there. Damn,
I wanna
man.
make sure that I'm
Fucking
not like this,
jiu-jitsu
because
is
if I
too
do this,
fucking
he takes the
crazy.
leg out. So I gotta make sure that I have a grip, so when I raise, he does not take the leg out, and now I hide my foot. I'm still gonna push him to that side, because he's gonna place his weight in this side. I cannot do it. Now I'm gonna use this hook and that hook, and I'm gonna push him that way, and at the moment that I do that, look, I already changed my leg.
All his weight's on this side. So then this becomes like light. And you can easily just like go around and
Sorry, I forgot to talk about my hand. I have to have my hand on his butt as well, okay? Either on the pants or on the belt, in one of them, right? The moment that I'm here, look, I already grabbed the front of the leg, change the angle, and now I can go by the heel, look, on the leg that is up, so I can extend that leg, look. I want to make sure that my leg is away, and now I can start going to the back however you guys want to attack it. Let me do one time in real speed. Now guys, so he goes in clear.
20-minute timer is up.
Right, he's far away. Okay, use my boy. Can I go here?
So jiu-jitsu, yeah, man, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It can be very for me scary at times. Shouldn't be, but hopefully, like me, like learning some more, it's not as bad. Same time, it's super fun to get into these puzzles. Super fun to like get into these positions. Being able to work through them. Um, being in like new spots. Uh, it's it's crazy. It's really it's a lot of fun. So now nursing. I mean, what can I say about nursing? Here, a 20-minute timer. I have a notebook, and I wrote some notes. I think this just might be a yeah. The so I usually bring a notebook with me when I'm at work, and just kind of just write however like I felt, what I think, where am I at now, like how am I like how am I understanding it, how am I processing all this, because it's gold. I mean, it's gold when you understand this stuff for yourself. Gives you better understanding of like let me put the bottom down on this. Music is hitting right now. So yeah, I think for so I was watching some podcasts, a couple of nurses, really great like information, really good stuff for just to kind of like work through like understanding it's a little distracting actually, but I'll just have it background. So, but yeah, I mean, a couple of nurses, some notes that I picked up from there, and that was great. It was, I think it was like 10 tips. Yeah, it was 10 tips of like when you're a nurse or something like that, and it's great stuff that like I even do like I do this stuff. Eliminates negative self-talk and stay calm. Yeah, man, that's like I don't know, with me when a certain thing is happening or even when my shift starts, like I can't be so I can't be so focused on like what like my body, my head, my body, or like my feelings, or like how it's like making me feel. Like it's important. It's important to kind of like not ignore or not repress things. But when I know it's gonna be tough, like I can't. You can't walk um into this was about to die. This you can't expect you can't automatically just be like, yo, this will be a bad shift. I hate this, blah blah blah, all this stuff. Like I had great shifts, I had bad shifts, but something about staying positive and just doing what you can to kind of point your head at a certain like healthy direction. That one, if you're kind of like having this cloud over your head or kind of just like everything's just bothering you, it just could be so much worse. It's gonna be so much worse. Um, but it's like easier said than done because that's what's playing in the background. So just like understand that like it's just your head. It's just like I survived this so many times. Um, whatever happens, like it doesn't represent who I am. Um, I'm gonna do my best. No one expects me to be perfect. I don't expect myself to be perfect. I don't expect others to be perfect. Like that kind of talk is super important. It determines how you're gonna start off something, and you're more open. You're more open to receive, and over time, it's an investment. You're just gonna like get better, and once you get better, it's easier. So yeah, I mean it's negative self-talk. Stay calm. Calm, man, and dude, that's just everything, man. Like staying calm, super hard. Because for me, like sometimes when I try to stay calm, I get it too confused with like being like ignoring things or like I don't know. I had it for a second, but like kind of just ignoring things or like I'm suppressing things and I kind of see that as like, oh, I'm not really like, reacting or I don't know. But staying calm and letting things go and you can feel it. You can feel like your shoulder drop, back of your neck it feels like loose. I don't know for me, but staying calm is super important because if other if there's a situation where like it's fucking like it's like it's chaos, um, how much of a game changer it is when one person is like just calm and is just doing like like just the basics. Just we're trying to save this patient. And it's just crazy. What's the first thing we do? Let's check his vital signs. How's his blood pressure? Is the patient like awake? Um, is the like who do we need to who do we need to call? Is the patient breathing? Is the patient I don't know what happened that got him there. Things like that. Things and there's always gonna be people that are gonna fill in your gaps. You know. Um, you also help fill other people's gaps, other people's weaknesses, so we can like the overall picture, the bigger picture. So yeah, staying calm, and you learn that. You take it home, man. You take it home. It's yours. You become valuable. You become. It's something you carry about yourself. Like it's information. Like knowing Spanish or knowing a language. Like how much I was just like how precious I had knowing Spanish, but I didn't really like take care of it. I didn't really use it as much or understood how important it is. My Spanish is choppy. I'm Spanish. My parents are both Spanish from Peru. I grew up in a Spanish household, but my Spanish is so like it's terrible. Maybe I shouldn't talk like that. Maybe it's not terrible, but something I need to practice. But like that's mine forever. Like me just if a certain situation happens and like let's say fucking like someone's talking Spanish, at least I have like oh okay, it's mine. But prioritize and delegation. That was another one. That is another important. Yeah, another important thing. Um, prioritize like what is important right now because there's like it's like a fucking assembly line sometimes if that's what it feels like. Like when the orders come in, you try to like get them on time, and if like you don't uh do your stuff, do what's important first. So then the small things they could just kind of be, like okay, the patient's still alive, they're still good, but like at least you did the important stuff. You know, like what if a patient needs blood versus like a patient that's like, hey, I want to take a shower. You don't go, you don't go to the patient that takes a shower, wants to take a shower. You go to the so it's like common sense. That's what I love about nursing, is that like it doesn't follow what like you can't learn it. How do you learn common sense? How do you learn critical thinking? You have to kind of just like you have to see it, you have to go through it, and you kind of have to like from you being a person, you know, it's super. I think it's really hard to like teach common sense. Um, it's common knowledge, something that like yeah, of course, like everyone can agree that like we don't want people to die. Yeah. Um, that yeah, it makes sense to go to the patient that like needs blood because he's not breathing right. He's not really like he's not doing this and that. But I went to like I went to the guy that like took a when he wanted to take a shower. He's been asking for 3 days, like blah 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 and all this stuff. Okay, well like now this guy is about to like fucking like die. Sometimes it sucks as the patients that like they're like, man, I've been waiting for like a week and like blah blah blah. I need it right now, like blah blah blah. Like you guys are blah blah like all this stuff, and it's just like, sorry, I'm sorry, but like there's an emergency on the other side. Uh, your shower's gonna have to wait. Hopefully they go like, you know what? Okay, yeah, you're right. So yeah, delegate. Use your soldiers, man. Build relationship with like your coworkers. Build relationship with your your techs. Delegate. They're people. You know, it's cool because I was a tech, so I kind of know these techs. So it's like easy for me to be like, yo, help me out here. Um, building relationship with those techs. I think I try not to look like that's why I do their vitals. Like sometimes I do my text vitals when I have the time because like I know how much it meant to me when I was a tech when somebody did uh like when a nurse did my vitals. I was like, oh yes, thank you. Like I'm chilling, you know. And a tech that's chilling is a happy a happy tech is a happy shift, man. For real. Because who's gonna like help you like fucking Billy Bob is calling and going like, yo man, I gotta go to the bathroom like right now. But you're fucking like you have to give like this antibiotic that's like very like time sensitive, or you have to like check on this patient because his blood pressure is in the 70s. You have to like be like, hey man, like you have to call like I'm really like tied up here. Are you able to go to are you able to go to patient and blah 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 and like just see what he wants? Sometimes like you don't want to look like you don't want to spam, like you don't want to always be calling them, making it like seem like you're not really like helping out. I mean like you're kind of just like being like lazy or being like you know what, I don't really want to like don't let them get the bad like something, like don't let them see you just like I don't know, just don't be an ass. Sometimes I get paranoid thinking that like if I'm just sitting down and I'm calling one of my techs, I don't want them to get the impression that I'm just not doing anything. I still like if I call a tech, I try to like like I'm like when I'm like in the computer documenting, I make sure that like like when they see me, I'm just like I'm still working. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not trying to like um just like get just like don't want to do it or whatever. So yeah, you should know how to ask questions and ask for help. That's a big one, cause dude, you can drown. Like you get like I have to really like push myself to like ask questions, or not ask questions, but like ask help. Like especially when there's another nurse or there's an OG nurse. Sometimes just like, oh man, I don't want to like I don't want to be a bother. But like, bro, be love yourself, man. Don't do that to yourself. Love yourself. Prioritize yourself. Yeah, man. After you get out of work and you're doing your things, like if it's cleaning up your house makes you feel good, if it's going out with your friends and just like having a good time, and you know tomorrow you don't really have, you did everything, you've taken care of your body, you've taken care of your health. Tomorrow you don't got shit to do. Your kids are like full and they're sleeping, and you want to go out with your friends and like fucking drink or eat or whatever. Do that, yeah. I feel like being a nurse, you have a license to like, you're not considered a lazy person, man. You're like literally like, please, like, do your stuff. Like for me, like I've been fucking like today. It's just now like I'm starting to like smoking weed, like just smoking weed and just chilling. Like my house is clean. I went to the gym in the morning. I walked my dog twice. Um, I sold the tires in the backyard. Like I did things, but I have this like mental thing that like I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes it's just like you need to hear it from somebody else, but like at the end of the day, it's like I don't know. I mean, I microdose like psilocybin, and it kind of gives me like a little bit of like, oh, like okay, like it's not, it's me. It's like it's just like it gives me more of like it gives it kind of like zooms me out a little bit, so I kind of like have some a space to think, and being able to do this, like I'm just chilling, man. Like, and it's like when you feel 100%, you go back to work and you just like what you're doing, and there's no problem. My time is up, but I mean, I'm gonna go through this real quick. You should know how to establish a routine. Definitely, like, yeah, I like to get there early, get like my like what I need to get done. There's a certain time I need to do this and that. Take notes and be organized. Yeah, because I have a bad habit of this too. Like just being organized. If someone comes up to you and goes like, "Hey, why is the patient here? Why is this and that?" The nurse is the first person they go to, and when you don't know, it's just like you have to look through all this stuff, and being efficient, taking care of yourself. Drink water, man, when you're there. Build relationships with the nurse, with your team. Take a break if you have to, man. Like go outside. Like this, it's crazy. Learn how to listen to your patients. They will tell you like their whole story. Sometimes these patients, man, they be like can change your life, man, because they be telling you some stuff. Man, there's been patients that told me like, dude, you don't want to be where I'm at. Like exercise, don't eat shitty food. They be like, it's yeah, man, this shit's real. Know how to ask for feedback. Um, talk to your director, talk to your charge nurses, and be like, hey, like, how can I do a little bit better here? Um, and that takes time. Like nobody's really expecting you to do that, but like, or like, um, I know my job has like all these like single time how to like improve and you're right and like, you have to submit it and like or like maybe your coworkers like hey like you think I'm like doing pretty good as a nurse. Yeah. And efficient at charting. Yeah, man, charting can definitely take up a lot of your time. um I try to chart when I'm in the room, when I'm with them, so I don't have to like go out and remember like, oh, did he have like, was it open to air? Like his mid-sternal incision? Um, did he have chest tubes? All that jazz. But yeah, that's it, man. I mean, that's my study for today. I'm gonna stream a little bit later some Stardew Valley. It'll be fun. About to go to jujitsu. Yeah, let's go.